In this vid, I'm going to be doing something a little bit different. I've pretty much been doing TCBMs, BCBMs, FCBMs, and complete set vids or trade binders for the past several months. And it's been a while since I've done a battle road report. So as many of you know, not only do I collect Pokemon cards, but I've been playing for just over a year now. And I'm not too bad. Certainly not one of the best players around, but I'm good. I'm decent. But the reason why I'm going to make this battle road report is because I have this. This is the Spring 2011 Victory Medal. I won this by getting first place in Apex, North Carolina. This is my second Victory Medal. I also won a Fall Battle Roads last year, 2010. This though, I don't know, I'm a little more proud of this one just because it was a bigger tournament than the one that I won in the fall, and I really think I had some amazing matchups. And yeah, I won playing with a deck that I really, really like. So, I am a pretty good trainer lock player, and for those of you that don't play, trainer lock is basically when you run Vileplume, whose body says that each player can't play any trainer cards from his or her hand. So my goal, and I can't show my entire deck because I broke down kind of the skeleton, so there's lots of spare sleeves, because after I won on Saturday, I thought I'd try Machamp Vileplume, so I transferred a lot of the cards over there just to keep from having to pull them out of binders. So this is Machamp Vileplume, which I haven't won anything with, but I did make top cut and have had another winning record with it, so it's pretty good. And there's a little moth in the background. Huh, I must have let that in when I came inside. Yeah, so yeah, I'll just kind of, for those of you that, Vilegar is a pretty popular deck, so probably every player out there knows what it does. But for the people that just collect or, don't have a way to play, I'll kind of go through what it does. I hope to get a Spiritomb start, whose Pokebody says no one can play trainers from their hand. And Darkness Grace, essential attack, which allows me to evolve one of my bench Pokemon as his attack. So I hope to start off with this and use Darkness Grace to get a Vileplume on the field. Once Vileplume is up, Spiritomb only works if he's in the active position. Vileplume works if he's benched. So I hope to get one of these guys up really quick. I also am hoping to use Darkness Grace to get up a Gengar. My deck, I'm actually only running the Stormfront Gengars. I ran 3 of them with the level X. And essentially what Stormfront Gengar does is Poltergeist, which does 30 times the number of trainers, supporters, and stadiums in your hand. So I use Vileplume to lock up your trainers in your hand, and then I use them against you with Poltergeist. Shadow Room is also a really good attack, lets me snipe on the bench, and do damage and place damage counters if there's a problem with me actually hitting you for damage, so that's also really good. So yeah, I run 3 of those. I think I do a 4-3-3 line of Gengar with the 1X. The 1X, I can attack with Compound Pain, and I have attacked with Compound Pain several times. However, the main reason I have the X in here is to get a little bit of a HP boost. Gengar only has 110. Gengar level X has 140. The other big reason I use it is for its Pokepower level down. So once during my turn, before I attack, I can choose any one of my opponent's level X Pokemon, and they take that level X and they shuffle it back into their deck. That can be essential for a knockout, or if they're running Dialga, which turns off my Pokebodies, rendering Vileplume useless, can reset that. And then of course in any SP deck, making them shuffle the level X back into their hand can always slow them down a bit. Other than that, though, the deck is pretty much straightforward. Oh, I forgot. This is something I added at the last minute. I actually had some friends that were playing Vilegar and had this in there, and I kind of avoided it for a while just because the list was so tight. But I did initially run Lost Worlds and Gengar Prime in here as well. I took those out just to focus it more on the Gengar Stormfront, and that left me room to put in Blissey, which Nurse Call allows me to discard 2 cards from my hand, or I'm sorry, 1 card from my hand, and remove 2 damage counters from any one of my Pokemon. Honestly, in the tournament, I didn't need to use Nurse Call just to heal damage off. I was pretty good on, not about to be knocked out by something that would shut off my feigning spell. Oh, I didn't mention feigning spell. My bad. I more used it just to get stuff out of my hands so that if I copycatted and had to put stuff back in, I wasn't likely to draw a dead card. Yeah, the other big part of Gengar, which is one of the biggest reasons you would run Gengar over any other card, is for feigning spell. If Gengar would be knocked out from an attack, I can flip a coin, and if I hit heads, the Pokemon that just attacked me is also knocked out. Another good reason why Blissey's in here, if you hit me for 90 or 100 or something, if you try and knock me out with an Uxie or Azelf, something, or not Azelf, Uxie or a Crobat, something that's not damage counters, feigning spell doesn't take into effect. So I use Blissey to try and reduce that damage so you can't knock me out by something simple like that. You have to, work at it or, essentially go with your main attacker. Other than that, though, I think those are kind of the essentials of the Pokemon. Uxies and Azelfs, everyone knows those. Time Walk to look at my prizes and get a Pokemon if I would like. And Uxies to set up to draw until I have 7 in my hand. Yeah, let's see. Other than that, I choose the Haunter from Triumphant. Mainly because it doesn't have a Pokebody, so I don't have to worry about Umbreons and stuff like that. I use the Pitch Dark Ghastly, which says that if I use Pitch Dark, opponent can't play any trainer cards from his or her hand. That's good if I don't get the Spiritomb start. And trainers, supporters, and stadiums are pretty straightforward. I run Warp Energies in case my Vileplume is bright looked from the bench. Collectors, Copycats, Pont, Twins, Seeker. With this format, with all the Sable Dunk, I do run a couple Call Energy. And then just straightforward Psychic Energy. I think I run Bebe Search as well, but those are in Machamp, so like I said, I can't really go over my exact trainer line just because they're in another deck. But yeah, so that's the basics of it, so now I'll kind of go through my matches. So my first match was a bye, and what that means is that we had an odd number of people playing in the tournament, and there wasn't another person to match up against me, so I got an automatic win. Always good. My second game was against a Sable Donk deck. Pretty much, they hopefully get the Sableye start, and then just run through their, if I don't get a Spiritomb start to block their trainers, they just run through everything and destroy me in 1, maybe 2 turns, ideally the first turn. Luckily, I got the Spiritomb start, called heads on, or won the coin flip, because he didn't have a Sableye start, and he couldn't really do anything from there. My next game, I actually lost, but I lost to Curran Hill, who was one of the best Pokemon players around, who was running a really cool version of Reshiram, Emboar, the one where you get to attach as many energy as you like per turn, and Sableye and Giratina. So he would Giratina to make me shuffle my hand away, and then he would Sableye for Cyrus's initiative, and reduce my hand even more. So pretty much just really slowing me down until he could get set up, and it came really close. It actually went to sudden death, my first ever sudden death match. But Vilegar just does not do well in sudden death. Typically it's behind on prizes until late game, so yeah, that didn't work out well in my favor. My fourth round was against a Cinccino Zoroark deck. Yeah, I pretty much just got set up faster, and both Cinccino and Zoroark are just pretty low HP. Trainer locked everything, and he really couldn't do much. My fifth match was against a Gyarados deck. I finally hit the, after 3 Gengars, hit the heads on a feigning spell, which knocked out his Gyarados, and with him being trainer locked, he just could not recover the Gyarados from the discard pile, so I won there. That got me into Top Cut, where essentially Top Cut is the top 4 players go on to face each other to play for first place and the card as well as packs. My match was against a really, really good Lucario Palkia deck. Palkia puts Pokemon from your bench into the loss zone, and the Lucario does damage. Sorry about that, my camera ran out of memory, which shouldn't be happening too much more, because I'll be getting a new camera as well as memory card soon. So yeah. Okay, back to the match with Palkia and Lucario. So yeah, Palkia puts your Pokemon in the loss zone and then does damage times however many Pokemon you have there. He had an Absol tech for the Gengar match. And I think he had a Blaziken as well that could pull up my Vileplume, but I never saw the Blaziken. Luckily, just trainer locked him, just slowed him down way too much. And you played 2 out of 3 in Top Cut. Our first game actually came pretty close. He was 3 prizes ahead before I could start coming back, and won that one. And then the second game, I just trainer locked him really fast, and there wasn't really anything he could do. He might have taken 1 prize, and yeah, I think I just remember the second game being very, very fast. So my final match was against another Gyarados player. I really don't remember anything much about the 2 matches. All I remember is that he forgot a Combi in his deck. Surprisingly, there weren't that many trainer lock decks around, so he didn't really need it all day until he came to my match. Because Combi would be the only way to get the Magikarp out of his discard pile without his trainers. Gyaradoses typically don't run Palmers, a supporter, or any other supporter to get Pokemon back from the discard pile. So eventually he had no choice. He had to just hit me, knock me out, and I flipped heads on the feigning spell, which put his Pokemon to the discard pile. Rescue energy is useless in that case, and he didn't have any way to get it out, so he pretty much scooped. So yeah, it was still well played, both games in that Top Cut. Well, actually, all 4 games played in that Top Cut. Vilegar just really worked out well for me, and so got this beautiful victory medal. And like I said, right now I'm trying out Machamp with Vileplume. Since I've got my medal, my rating isn't really high enough to really go for points, so I'm just kind of having fun. And hopefully we'll be getting a rotation soon. They should be announcing it any day now. And post-rotation, we'll be seeing quite a few more crazy decks, and I'll be going to Nationals, so I'll try and I should start to make videos as far as battle roads and other reports right after I do them. So I've gone to other battle roads, but haven't, won another medal. So I might go over them as well. I think I'll definitely do what should I say? A video about my experience at Nationals, since that's a pretty big event. But other than that, we'll see. Once since I'm almost done with my collection, I'll need some stuff to make videos about. So might as well focus it on playing the game. So thanks everyone for watching. If you kind of put up with all my rambling, and hope you enjoyed it. And I guess let me know if you want to see more battle vids. Actually, you definitely need to go check out Pokemon Team Overload. It's a bunch of friends of mine that put up videos of their playtesting sessions. So they're fun to watch, whether you play or collect or do whatever. But yeah, they're a really awesome group of guys, and definitely go check them out. Who knows, I might even be in one of them one day. So yeah, go check them out and let me know if you'd like to keep seeing reports like this.